Medical supply shortages are getting severe out there. We got a whole bunch of reports today from a bunch of you guys talking about different items, different things, as well as medications that are short and you can't find them or you're having trouble with them. This is a really important video full of critical updates and shortages. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, but we need to jump right back into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant, and you guys send in your reports of what you're seeing out there, what you're hearing out there. Please do keep those reports flowing. Just use the word update in any comment and give us some sort of geographical location so we can kind of track where you are. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They are helping people with retirement accounts, especially as the year end comes in. Be thinking about what you should be doing with your retirement accounts and what you can do. But Genesis Gold, they specialize in gold, silver, and platinum coins, physical coins for your retirement. There'll be a link at the end of the video to get more information from them. This is from Holly. A major respiratory issue in the school systems in eastern South Carolina. Antibiotics are so low, doctors are gaslighting parents into thinking they don't need to treat their kids to justify not writing prescriptions. That's kind of scary, folks, isn't it? Friend works at urgent care and said that they had over 500 patients over the weekend with coughs and upper respiratory infections. No medications were given, not even cough syrup. They're being directed to tell people they don't work. But the reality is they don't have any medicine on hand. Completely insane. Going to be the worst. It's going to be even worse during peak flu season in February, March. People need to start researching natural remedies for cold flu while they can still source the ingredients. Friends, stock up on antibiotics. Antibiotics are one of the biggest inventions in the history of mankind that has saved more lives than anything else. And the fact that we have shortages of them should scare the pants off a lot of people, okay? We need to be paying attention to this. Now, with that said, if you can't get stocked up like with Jace Medical or something like that to get antibiotics in your home, or things for pets and such like that, like fish. Make sure you have fish antibiotics for your fish. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm saying, go Google it. But with that said, there are also natural ways of getting antibiotics, right? Things like garlic. Raw garlic is considered an antibiotic, right? So some of these things, look into this. Research some of this for yourself. I'm not going to tell you stuff. You need to go research stuff for yourself on what can be used, how effective, how potent, and make sure you're keeping that in perspective, okay? Prescription antibiotics are far, far, far more potent than a lot of things out there, okay? So take everything you hear with a grain of salt, but be aware that when you're being told stuff, you might want to ask for a second opinion, especially when there's panic in the air, okay, friends? This is from Pathway in Austin, Texas. Costco, no eggs. This is from Cajun. Local Walmarts have been out of eggs for a week in southeast Louisiana. We had 2 million egg layers put down, okay? And so this is impacting egg supplies out there. You can't have 2 million less eggs per day and not have a major impact out there, can you? So be aware that there are starting to be issues with eggs. Prices are coming up, and we're starting to see some spotty outages. We don't have nearly as many egg layers gone as we did back last year when we had all those egg crises happening, but we are getting a little bit of that again, so expect some spotty outages and expect some price increases. So if you need eggs, just get them when you can, all right? This is from Lori, or Loris, I'm not sure. Hi, Steve from Winter Haven. My sister drove all over Polk County all weekend trying to find a turkey that she could afford. Most stores were either sold out or just had a few of the expensive turkeys. She finally asked at Auburndale, Winn-Dixie, and was told to come back at 4 p.m. And they were hoping to get some in on their truck. People were waiting in line for them to bring the turkeys out. She managed to get one. This is crazy. I'm glad I canned 3 turkeys last year after Thanksgiving before I got sick. I have plenty of turkey on my shelf. But friends, that's what we're having out there. I told you that we might get a little tight on turkeys, and it looks like we're tight on turkeys. We had millions of them put down just over the last 2 months, and so it is impacting turkey supplies out there. We don't seem to be like in mission critical shortage, but it is a little harder to find them, and it's a little bit of a crunch time out there for Thanksgiving. This is from Tommy. I live in Miami and also had trouble getting my Novolog this month. My 3-month supply was delayed 10 days due to delays from their distributor. A friend who she gets hers from a local pharmacy was only able to get half of her prescriptions out there in shortage mode. This is from a viewer in Odessa, Texas. Price of raw steel bar is, for example, used to cost $800 and now costs $1,800. Now this has happened in the last few months, and when we take an order, we can't give them a price until we call the steel company and check the price of steel, because we have to add that into the price. Now I work at a machine shop where we make crankshafts. We definitely cannot absorb that kind of price change and stay in business. Things are looking pretty woolly out there. So be advised that steel prices are fluctuating out there, and that is impacting a lot of construction and other things like that. This is from a viewer. Our local thrift shop gets supplies from hospice when people pass, and always have tons of factory sealed tubing, catheter kits, diabetes test strips, and related items. CPAP stuff, surgical irrigation trays, bandaging, gauze, etc. 100% sealed. I suggest checking all the local thrift shops to see if they have anything you can use or make do with. This is from Stranger in Moore County, North Carolina. We appreciate you guys all sending in your reports and letting us know what's going on out there. A lot of important things happening. So Moore County, North Carolina. Wife says shortage in CPAP supplies are affecting her, as the items she needs have been on order for weeks. Also, 5-pound rolls of hamburger are getting hard to find, especially the 80-20 mix. Now, we're hearing that across the board from you guys. You're saying that beef prices and beef availability is getting more severe out there. And hearing from the ranchers and herders that are being asked to sell their cattle for next year at 2.5, the going rate right now, that is insane. We're seeing beef prices, this beef shortage is right on the cusp. Everyone sees it coming. That's in the industry. They know it's about to happen. The problem is that there's nothing really that anyone can do about it. The freezers are getting stuffed with beef right now, but we're starting to see spotty outages of beef, and we're going to start seeing those prices spiking dramatically. I know beef prices feel like they're up, but they're not that up on retail store shelves, but they're at record prices that they're paying out to ranchers right now. And also with the medical and CPAP supplies. Looking at thrift stores, trying to get stocked up at those places so that you can get access to the things that you may need or things that other people around you may need is super critical. I keep saying that, like, in a total grid down situation, we're still going to have all our doctors, we're still going to have all of our nurses, or most of them, right? And they're going to be looking for work. But the thing is, we're not going to have the facilities, we're not going to have the supplies, we're not going to have access to all the medical supplies, but we are going to have the personnel with the knowledge. So the idea that you having stocked up on medical supplies will allow you to set up a clinic, and you'll be able to find a nurse or a doctor out there and still have a clinic that's operating. That's a big deal, friends, because one of the first things that happens in rioting and craziness is doctors' offices tend to get pillaged pretty fast. They got a lot of expensive equipment in there, and people always think that they have a lot of medications in there too. This is from Hudson, New York. I have a 2019 Corolla, and the regular headlights at night are dimming. So after several hours of trying to find bulbs, it turns out the entire headlight has to be replaced. The entire headlight assembly has to be replaced. $1,000 each side and $500 to install. $2,500. The dealer said most late model vehicles are like this. I don't think most people know this. So if you can, let everyone know that this is actually a thing, I would appreciate it. So friends, I don't know. All my cars are old, so I can still replace the headlight bulbs. But friends, you might want to be aware if your car, if you can even change your headlights. If you can't, you might want to be looking at see if there's a way around that, or if there's something that you can do, because I don't know about you, but I would be absolutely floored if I had to replace my headlights for $2,500. I don't know about you. I would be furious too. I can understand how people could be furious. I don't know about this being all makes and models, or whether this is just some brands doing this stupidity or what. But let us know if you're seeing that out there with your cars. Is this a thing that's widespread, or is this just certain brands being total greedy jerks? All right, so if you guys want to get some more information about Genesis Gold Group and what you can do with your retirement accounts, there's a link right here. Fill that out and they'll send you a packet of information. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for your reports. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.